Salesmanship. Salesmanship can be defined as the skill required to convince people to buy or gain people to do something. The best description of selling is selling is the process of transferring your enthusiasm for an idea, product or service to customer or potential customer with a need to be satisfied. Personal selling. Personal selling is a promotional method in which one party, salesperson, uses skills and techniques for building personal relationships with other party. Those involved in a purchase decision that result in the both parties obtaining value. In most cases, the value for salesperson is realized through the financial reward of the sale, while the customer's value is realized from the benefits obtained by consuming the product. However, getting a customer to purchase a product is not always the objective of personal selling. For instance, selling may be used for the purpose of simply delivering information. Fundamentals of successful personal selling are: salespeople must have greater flexibility. They must tailor sales presentation to fit the needs and behavior of the individual customers. And they must have the potential of explaining the product benefits, answer questions of the customers. Must truthful, must behave in a reliable manner, must seek similarity of personnel between you and the customer and the community interests and goals. Salesperson must see whether the person of their prospect has the potential to pay for the product or not. Scope of personal selling: inside selling and outside selling. Inside selling, it involves retail stores. In the group will include the salesperson in the stores and the salespeople at the catalog retailer who take telephone orders. Also include our telephone order takers at manufacturers and wholesalers, most of whom take existing customers routine orders over the telephone. Second, outside selling. Outside selling, salespeople go to the consumer. They may conduct by telephone or in person. Most outside sales efforts usually represent producer or wholesaler middlemen. Selling to the business user are not to the household consumer in outside selling. Different types of salesmen. New business development. A highly challenging yet potentially lucrative sales position is one where the main objective is to find new customers. Sales jobs in the category are often in fields that are very competitive, but offer high reward for those that are successful. The key distinguishing factor of this position is that once a sale is made, new business salespeople pass customers in the two others in their organization who handle account maintenance. Those positions include business equipment sales. Business equipment sales. These salespeople are often found in industries where companies' main profit comes from the sale of supplies and services that comes after an initial equipment purchase. The key objective of business equipment salespeople is to get buyers to purchase the main piece of equipment for which supplies and services are needed in order for the equipment to function. For instance, in the photocopier industry, certain salespeople only seek out new accounts, and once photocopier sale is made, they pass along the account to other sales personnel who will handle the sales and maintenance and supply products. Telemarketing. Telemarketing in this category includes product sales over the phone, whether aimed at business or consumer. In the US, laws restrict consolidated phone selling. The practice is still widely used in the business market. Consumer selling. Consumer selling. Certain companies are very aggressive in their use salespeople to build new consumer business. This includes retailers selling certain high-priced consumer products, include furniture, electronics, and clothing, housing products, including real estate, security services, building replacement products. An in-home product seller includes the selling door-to-door on products sold at home party events such as cosmetics, kitchenware, and decorative products. Nature of salesmanship. Salesmanship involves persuasion of customers. A salesman has the ability to convince the people to buy a product. It essentially involves the ability to influence or persuade people to buy product or service. In fact, persuasion is the soul of modern salesmanship. Gone are the days when a sale was forced on the customers. Modern salesmanship does not rely on pressured tactics or compulsion to clinch a sale. The customer is led to a favorable buying decision through careful and imaginative handling. The salesman necessarily creates a favorable impression on the prospective buyer's mind by presenting the benefits associated with the product or service being offered for sale. B. Salesmanship involves winning buyer confidence. Modern salesmanship aims to educating the customers and providing a solution to his problems. This helps in winning his confidence, aims at winning the confidence of the buyer by persuading and educating them about the availability of products and services, their special features, and their utility in satisfying their respective needs. The salesmanship involves providing information. Salesmanship is an educative process. It tells customers the way in which they can satisfy their needs. Salesman provides information about products available, their broad features, and their uses or utility to customers. The salesmanship aims to mutual benefit. Salesmanship is a two-way process. It results in benefits not only to the seller but also the buyers. It helps in solving the problems of the buyers and satisfying their needs. Customer satisfaction leads to increased and profitable sales value for the salesman. The salesmanship creates satisfied customers. Salesmanship in modern days aims at creating satisfied customers rather than just profit-generating sales. In any marketing transaction, sale once made would indicate the end of the process. However, once there is satisfied customers, it is the beginning of long-lasting relationship which can create many more sales in the future. Therefore, modern salesmanship always aims creating satisfied customers who will most likely purchase goods and services and when necessary. The importance of salesmanship. The benefits to consumers. A salesman acts as a friend and guide to consumers, inform them of new products and new uses of existing products. He helps them on choosing products which match their needs and income. A salesman guides the customers in buying products that will provide maximum satisfaction. Benefits to businessmen. Benefits to businessmen. They help in the creation and demand for new products and in the extension of markets for existing ones. Through personal selling, a businessman can not only inform customers of his product but can know their taste, attitudes, and behavior. Such information is helpful in the design and development of products that match market demand by creating large-scale and regular demand. Salesmanship makes planned and regular mass production possible. Salesmen help to build up favorable corporate image necessary to secure repeat sales. Benefit society. Benefit society salesmanship helps to expand employment and income of a country through large and repeat sales turnover. Salesmen provide marketing information to producers so that consumers can get new and better products. Salesmanship as profession. According to the concise Oxford Dictionary, a profession is a vocation, especially one that involves any branch of learning or science. Profession may be defined as an employment, mechanical, but requiring some degree of skill. Most often, the question is raised whether salesmanship is a profession or not. In order to ascertain the same, we say characteristics of position should be discussed in detail. Description as following characteristics. It's an organized body of knowledge. It must possess a formal structure of specialized knowledge. It must possess an organized plan or individual training for the people who prefer to enter the position. It must possess an established and accepted code of ethics. It must possess a set of standards for admission and disqualification. Service to others before self-interest must be the prime motto. In other words, principle of service first and profit last must exist. Competitive salesmanship. Competitive salesmanship aims at increasing the sales of existing products or services. No matter how the sales have increased, here the main motive is to clear the stocks of the manufacturer in the competitive market. In order to increase the sales, the salesman must make all possible effort. Most often, credit is offered to the prospective customers to boost sales. Sometimes goods are offered at a cheaper price by the salesman. Creative selling process. Creative selling process consists of 8 steps, none of which is less important than any other of the process is to be effective. It should be emphasized to all employees that all steps are vital to the achievement of effective selling. Number 1. Pre-customer contact. Smart builder would not attempt to build a house without a good foundation. Likewise, a business person should not place people on the sales floor or telephone until these people know the business, merchandise, services, and customers. Before any contact is made with customers, every salesperson should know. Number 1. Policies, procedures, and rules. Have this in writing for all employees to see and know. So, operation of equipment. No matter whether the register is electronic or mechanical, the time to learn how to work it is not after a sale while the customers wait for change. 3. Target market knowledge. The better salesperson knows something of the likes and dislikes of the firm's primary customers. The business operator should tell all sales personnel about the business customers and their lifestyle. Tell the salespeople about customers' interests and ability to buy. 4. Product knowledge. Salesperson gains confidence by knowing about the products and services he or she is selling. If a person sells shoes, it helps to know the merchandise as well as how to fit them. If a person sells building materials, the selling job are probably more effective if this salesperson can also help answer questions about home repairs. It helps the person who sells clothes to know something about fabrics and current functions. If the person is in the loan services business, that person should know about loan care. Most sales personnel will not take the initiative to acquire product knowledge on their own. It is management's responsibility to encourage employees to gain product and services knowledge. Management should make such knowledge available to them. 3. Prospecting. Prospecting, although not appropriate to every selling situation, prospecting should be used whenever possible. Essentially, prospecting involves not waiting for the customers to show up at the store or phone about the services. It is concerned with taking the initiative by going to the customers with a product or service idea. Prospecting may be of 2 types: new regular customers prospecting. New customers prospecting. A salesperson says the person is getting married. Action is taken on the knowledge by contacting the person and telling her about appropriate items or services that might be of assistance to a new bride by using newspaper and personal contact. Salesperson can take initiative to contact and create new customers. Regular customers prospecting. Firm-based prospecting are its current customers. A salesperson should make a practice of calling regular customers on a periodic basis to tell them about products or services. Hello, Miss Anderson. I just wanted to tell you about the new shipment of the trays we received today. As I unpacked them, I saw several that made me think of you. Speaking with regular customers works. All salespeople should be encouraged to prospect by phone and in person whenever they are see regular customers. A word of caution must be emphasized. Do not go to the well too often. Speaking with the same regular customers on frequent basis can make prospecting loss to the social feeling that it can create, and customers do not overuse it. Initial contact. Initial contact also means responding to customers when they are enter the sales areas, even when they cannot be waited on immediately. Salespeople should be instructed to tell waiting customers that I'll be with you in a moment. Such action will reduce the number of customers who leave without being served. When the employee is free to help the waiting customers, the initial comment should be "Thank you for waiting." A courteous, creative initial contact with the customers can go a long way to promote sales. Number 3. Presentation of merchandise. Presenting a merchandise or services to the customers, the salesperson should use product knowledge to his advantage. Although it is good to talk about the lawn mower 3.5 horsepower mower, customers may be more interested in hearing about how fast and low mower will cut the grass. Product knowledge is important, but the salesperson must remember what makes the customers buy. Clothes may be made of durable fabrics, but it's also important to stress the implied benefits that they will also appeal to the opposite sex sales benefits. Number 4. Customer involvement. Product knowledge can be used to get customers' involvement. Show the customers several features of the digital watch and then have the customers put it on a work it. If the interest is there, it will be hard for the customers to take off the watch so that the salesperson can put it back into the case. The best way to present many products is to get involvement. Want to sell dance lessons? Get the customers on the dance floor and let them fun and dancing with some of the selling. The same is true with clothes, perfume, sports equipment, and almost anything else. Limitless choices during the sales presentation. More than 3 times are in front of the customers. The chance of a sale is reduced, while the possibility of shoplifting is increased. For example, the salesperson continues to carry receipts into the fitting room for the customers to try without removing any for consideration. The customer will likely not buy any because of the inability to decide among so many choices. Use of showmanship. Use of showmanship in presenting merchandise to the customers. Encourage all personnel to be creative, not just speak about the merchandise. Hold the necklace up for the customers to see it. Make the portable baby crate look easy to work. Lay different pieces of the cookware sit before the customers in an attractive, easy to see everything manner. Start salespeople to think like a customer if I were a customer. The message adoption. Message adoption. A knowledgeable salesperson should know about the products being sold. Message adoption is involved deciding what information is needed to sell to a particular customers and how that information should be sent to that customer. And sales presentation do not allow for adoption. An effective salesperson will make an effort to adjust the presentation to take customers. The customer knows about regards, bins, and loans. The person selling a loan service should adapt the sales presentation to the level of the customer's expertise. 5. Handling objections. Remember, if objections are present, progress is probably being made on the sale. Most salespeople are afraid of objections. Stress to all employees that objections are a natural part of the selling process. That does not mean that the sale is lost. In most cases, all that is required to overcome an objection is more selling on the part of the salesperson. Closing the sale. In various ways, the salesperson can assist the customer by helping him or her to make the buying decision. Closing techniques that can aid in this effort include: Note, it pays to be honest. If the customer buys and then comes by the store the next day and says that the store did have other one, this closing technique may have made the sale but it could lose the customer. 7. Suggestion. Feeling the customer had made purchase. Now what? Encourage your sales personnel to make a definite suggestion for a possible additional sale. For many businesses, sales can be increased by 25% through positive suggestion selling. It's not that statements such as "will there be something else" or "can I get you something else" are not suggestion selling. They do not make positive suggestion. When customers buy a lamp, what about the light bulb to go with it? A picture of purchase, what about the necessary hardware along it? The thought is about what about the new blouse or shirt that goes well with the color. 8. Sales follow-up. Although not apparent to many salespeople, follow-up is a part of every sale. A closing statement. Thank you for shopping. Of the name of the store is a form of sales follow-up and is done with the same. Unfortunately, just making the statement in an automatic manner is about as effective as that other worn-out phrase. May I help you? If done correctly, however, it allows the customers to leave a positive note. Salesmanship. Selling is a vital function of a business. The purpose of all marketing activities is to sell the products of the business enterprise. Selling enables the business to achieve its objective by satisfying the needs of the customers. To perform selling activities efficiently, certain qualification among salesmen is desirable. Good salesmanship is not about never losing a sale. It's about learning from every lost sale and never letting history repeat itself in that arena. Everyone cannot be a good salesman. It requires a great deal of competence or excellence. Following are a few qualities that master salesman must develop. Essential elements of successful salesman. 1. Element of persuasion. Personal selling is the art of winning the confidence of the customers and thereby convincing them to accept the proposal. It is through powerful suggestion and tactful handling of situation that the salesmen are able to make the people agree to the sales proposal. 2. Element of creativity. It is the creative thinking of the salesman that arouses interest for the product. It creates and maintains demands for the product, tends to satisfy the individual needs to the customer. 3. Element of education. Element of education. Personal selling helps the customers to increase their satisfaction by educating them about the uses of new products and new uses of old products. It educates people about the availability of products, their features, uses, etc. 5. Element of mutual benefit. Element of mutual benefit. The main aim of personal selling is not to make high profits. It is beneficial both to consumers and sellers. It not only increases the profit of the businessman but also provides full satisfaction to the customer. Knowledge about the product. Most of the customers are ignorant about the features and utility of a product as to how many varieties, types, and designs are available in the market. Without the help of salesman, it is difficult for the customers to decide about their products. A salesman has to convince the customers about the utility of the product by removing their doubts. The salesman, therefore, must have complete knowledge about the product, its special features and uses, in order that the salesman could answer the question of the customers. He should know the whole process of production, raw materials uses, list of production, sources of supply, etc. He must also know the terms and conditions of sale, delivery, prices, packing, credit, facilities available, etc. And the distributing channels used. Suppose it is salesman sells a technical product, vacuum cleaner. Then they must know the detail about the operation and functionalities of the product. Knowledge about the customers. Knowledge about the customers. Salesmanship is the art of persuasion. In order to be successful, a salesman must have sufficient knowledge about the customers to whom he is going to sell. He must try to understand their nature, types, habits, and buying motives, consideration that compel a customers to buy. It is only then that the wins permanent customers. Salesman selling vacuum cleaner must identify the target customers for the product. Like for this product, customers generally will be high-income products or benefits. Knowledge about the selling techniques. Knowledge about the selling techniques. All the above knowledge is of no use unless salesman learns some techniques of selling and uses them. For example, firstly, he should see that prospect line customers is well attended to. Secondly, he should try to understand his requirements. Thirdly, he should always be prepared to help him in order to win his confidence. Fourth, he should be sure that the needs of the customer is suitably met. Salesman follows these steps. The selling vacuum cleaner won't be a problem to target customers. Personal qualities. Some of personal qualities are personality. Personality. A successful sales must have sound health and pleasing personality, good appearance, good presence, good habits, impressive voice, etc. Impression is the last impression. A pleasing and charming personality boosts self-confidence. It plays an important role in selling. A good appearance has far-reaching impact on the customers. Mental qualities. An effective successful salesman must possess certain mental qualities: intelligence, presence of mind, imagination, confidence, observation, charm, memory for saying, and above all the power to take quick decisions, etc. Social qualities. Successful salesman should be cooperate, courteous, well-mannered, have a liking for people, etc. He should always be ready to help his customers remove their grievances and give new suggestions. He should be friendly and ready to mix with the customers. He must have the power to lead people. Character qualities. A successful salesman should have moral qualities like honesty, integrity, loyalty, etc. Salesman should be such that his tasks, promises, gestures, and behaviors can be trusted, respected, and honored. Should be honest in his dealing. Should be loyal both to the customers and business. Attributes of a good salesman. Good salesmanship is not about never losing a sale. It's about learning from every lost sale and never letting history repeat itself in the arena. Everyone can be a good salesman. It requires a great deal of competence of excellence. Following are a few qualities that master salesman must develop. Deliver more than your promise. For instance, if your customer is promised a good quality product on a particular date, but the product reaches in before time and the quality to us better than expected. You have acquired a loyal customer for life. This is how a super salesman works. He pursues the practice of delivering services that are greater in quantity and finer in quality than he expected to deliver, thereby bringing profit not just for him. Make mistakes but learn to profit from them. For a good salesman, no effort is ever lost. A good salesman not only never repeats his sales blunders but learns from them. A good observation is plus point. Learning from other mistakes helps prevent business dropping. 2. Also, a mistake made a truly analyzed to look for a solution. Good is sure to come out of it. A good salesman understands that coordination of different minds for attainment of a single purpose ensure the produce positive results. The most important attribute of salesman is a passion, is keenness to complete a sale. This enthusiasm is immediately picked up by the prospective client, which makes it easier to build a relationship of mutual trust. A good relationship is a combination of the elements of persuasion, creativity, education, and the ideal of mutual benefit. Another attribute of good salesman or quality must develop in his working towards the attainment of a particular goal or quota. Within the limited time, a good salesman never goes with an intention of filling all the can. There has to be a specific objective to attain. Good salesman, before making his sales pitch, always tries to put himself in the customer's shoes, provides a much greater understanding of the customer's needs and how those requirements can be fulfilled.